up engaged now. If the Jarvan manages to get someone into the Cataclysm, Ambess is going to be right in there with them. LNG, good dive, and it's proactivity in a way that they didn't show in their last series.
Wrap around here, level 2 gank a possibility.
Headbutt
back it off. Feather, beautiful angle. LP needs to flash up. He's interrupted. It's wonderful from Thunder Talk.
Feather, take a bow. The level... You will need to be a little bit wary of now Xiaofeng having a play on the map.
Again, trying to hang towards his own jungler, but Xiaofeng is there. Flash away for that, but there's still the flag, the drag. And the Unraveled Earth comes on through to no avail. Pick up kill from LNG in the mid lane.
Yeah, Setup needed to be much more careful there. Your jungler has showed bot side. Very difficult. Yeah, they went from LPL finalists. They went from...
semi-finalists.
Yeah, about how long ago would it have been? About 8-9 months ago. They were undefeated in World Swiss Stage.
Actually looking to get on top of this one. Doesn't have his smite available. Xiaofeng will look at the other side of 1xN, trading up with LP. And sure, looking to turn around. The exhaust comes on in. Flash away there from Xiaofeng to quit 1xN inside the Cataclysm, who fails to get out of the wall. Is not hit by between worlds, though. The weirding across the wall buys some time. 1xN with the spell shield, getting himself a bit of healing, but just can't get far enough. The flash for the auto nearly didn't get him. Finally, they're going to continue running. It took so long to kill the damn Sivir. They're now in a weird spot. Seismic Shove comes on forward, threaded volley onto LP, who's been aggroed by the blue buff. Aki comes on through with the audacious charge. Now Xiaofeng needs to consider getting away. There is the hop away. What can he do in the wolf pant pit? Flag and drag onto the other side. Won't see him on the wolves. Can they spot him over here? Seismic Shove just wide, but is spotted regardless.
The Seismic Shove stops the recall, even if the E doesn't hit. So the fight ends up being, I believe, a 3-for-2 overall, as LNG got the one kill.
Empire Hoya coming on down, can look to ult on in. It's the Lumberjack looking to fell some trees. Feather rooted by the Tangle Barb. TP walk behind in that red, but that Raptor pick. Keep your eyes on it. Hai Chao is around. If you get interesting, as TT are being corralled, Feather will cleanse that ult with his own. In comes Hoya looking for an angle, but the public execution, the Pop Blossom, headbutted away, buying some time. Varus is dead, but so is Sivir. What's happening is everyone's being knocked up and around. Zucker looking for some engages now as he begins to Drakehound step across the backline. Hoya flashing away from the flag and the drag. Jor can look for Tangle Barbs, potentially onto that sign just about wide. It's a one fight for LNG, but TT did get the drag.
Some of those tricky engages. And the flanking angles. Sion walking up the river. Zuck has teleport coming up in a few seconds, I believe. Can't do it right now. Sion going around the back of the play.
That could get very interesting. We'll find an angle onto somehow. Jor's got bounced around. That was surely a spectator, but now LP's in danger. Might be losing his namesake as Feather ghosting, looking to get the trample proc, and they'll get the kill on the Varus.
Folks, I don't know if we're going to get a pause about that. That Sion, I think he ended up bugging his ultimate. The angle there was a little bit different to what I expected. We'll watch the replay. I don't know if that's one of those tricky Sion ult bugs because it catches LNG completely out of surprise. You get a huge fight and they use the hell to immediately take the tower.
I just don't know what exactly that was. It might have been a spectator bug. Talia does get out actually, and now Xiaofeng might be in a spot of bother. Will Cataclysm forward. Jor throws down the Tangle Bobs. Hai Chao with the Between Worlds, looking for a bit more. TP coming on through. Set up without the flash. Can now be in danger. Flashed on top of. Has got a Sarah Shot. Misses the Seismic Shove and will be traded.
Will be traded back. So TT come away with a one play. Dragon is spawning now, and LNG are back out onto the map. They'll end up not taking the Dragon. That part in his ultimate can angle it that way. It's a huge amount of damage. If you get hit by Sion ult after it's been charged up for a while, Official should be pausing the game. LNG just got done in by a Sion bug.
Reminder, I don't think League officials are allowed to pause. It has to be the players.
League officials can do as well. They can announce it for a few things. Next fight going on, though.
Keep on headbutting forwards. Big chunk on forwards. Overcomes Senna, but it's into the Pop Blossom. Still going to kill off the job. Into the side, into the Cataclysm they go. Aki gets some damage back, and they will bring down the Nico as well. The piercing arrow gets 2. Hai Chao now in danger. 1xN continues to throw out auto after auto after auto. Ricochet's coming on through. Gets the additional auto down onto that flower, keeping things rolling, trying to ricochet through the wave, get some more onto Hai Chao. Set up looking for a bit more. It's messy. 2-for-2, all things said and done. Jungle and support both dead.
TT using their top lane to push out top lane as well. Zucker not getting the best of that trade, actually. Hoya doing well with his Sunfire Cape and his Tabby.
LP picked up a couple kills. The gold lead that Sivir has kind of disappeared, but again, Varus, you would hope, would be a little bit further ahead of the curve.
Teleport for LNG if they want to get Trixie. Hex Gates if they want to get even more so. Do TT start the Dragon? They should do.
Hai Chao on a flank angle. Does have the ult back up. That will be valuable. Also, Zucker on a flank can look to collapse. I don't know whether TT have enough vision here to stop all of the various people collapsing on in. Dragon down to 2000 HP should be secured. No! Flag Dragon is steal by Xiaofang. Coming for the pop blossom. Doesn't actually get as much value as they were hoping for. Need to go across the wall to get out to safety. As actually LNG ended up really split apart here. The Weaver's wall angle. Potentially dangerous from Setup, who looks to get more value on the Xiaofang here. Has to sidestep that seismic shot, but is hit by the wind. Becomes lightning as a result. Jungler down alongside the sport. I think that's Atakan for TT.
A little bit worried about that. Atakan will go down. TT will get big value out of this. It will give them more value from all the battles they already had some duff games, but sometimes his frontline play can be absolutely fantastic. And right there, good ultimate there to force him back. Sivas died while we were in replay. Okay, would have liked to see that one, folks.
Yeah, looks like there was a Cataclysm burn, so I'm assuming it's just Flashless Sivir getting jumped on by all the tools that will punish a Flashless Sivir.
Yeah, Cataclysm, anything else used? No, that's the big ultimate. Baron coming up in a minute, and it's a dangerous world to live in as a Sivir without Flash. We've been talking about the whole damn game, and LNG, credit to them, last series they looked dead, leaderless, no proactivity. It was very, very slow, and it was very difficult to watch. Walking over vision, 1xN, there's no one near. Okay, 1xN, honestly, that's on him. You should never be walking that far away from your teammates. The fact that no one is even on his screen, well, they'll see it now. They'll see it now, which means that they've been walking on this the whole time. Flick back on shot, that's huge. That's huge.
A massive advantage, and Xiaofang has to flash away.
Now no Flash Cataclysm, no HP to fight the dragon. 1xN doesn't blow the Flash either. Oh, that's a huge mistake from Xiaofang walking too close to there. Great pick off by Setup.
They've got wards around to work with. Setup could potentially be in danger here as Setup looking to potentially get caught up by Hightower, but will decide against it. Baron is up, and they're just going to try and threaten that. 11,000 HP on a Sion in the professional game, which was pretty ridiculous. Sion in particular, depending on what he builds, can just be unreasonably tanky. It can be quite difficult to choose how to itemize into the Black Cleaver. I think here from Zucker makes some sense when you've got a lot of armor stacking going on. Setup does eat quite a lot of damage here, actually. Doesn't quite have the Seraph's proc, but may well have to reset here as a result of just eating some incidental poke. Desert now in danger. Setup maybe forced to weave before to keep people alive. Wind becomes lightning, comes on down. TP's now flying. Setup still at half HP. Feather in danger. This is really awkward from Thundertorch.
Huge mistake. Feather walking too far. Didn't want to blow that Flash. Gets caught out. And LNG, despite by that Nico, LNG now back into a great position.
Replay picture-in-picture. There was a TP that was cancelled by Sion. And now TP coming on in from Hoya. Looking to punish. LP in danger. Has a flash. Will it be enough? It will not be. Aki gets it. Thundertorch managed to strike back.
Great teleport in from Hoya. Hoya has had a very good game. Bug without. Baron's now going to be started. And LNG, can they make their way into the pit without dying afterwards? 1xN doesn't have the ult to chase them down. Teleport behind them. This could be their play. Let's see if they can get onto the carries.
It's the Aurora to come on in. Xiaofang being threatened. Roar of the Slayer comes on down. Aki still on that Baron. Trying to find the angles. Feather respawning between worlds we go. It gets a bit of damage onto 1xN, and it is a fair amount of work. Needs to find some people to hit to get that life steal back. Well, Boomerang Blade was Xiaofang to look to find his way in. 1xN flashes out. Baron secured by the side of TT. They kill off the Sivir, but they have to burn a lot to do it. Setup low as you're trying to get the blooming blows. The damage just not quite there until Hoya screams at the Nico. And across the wall they go with the Hex Gates. End up losing the Sivir, but it's in trade for 2, and they already killed off LP beforehand.
TT trying to slam home the advantage with the remainder of that Baron buff. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. They're forcing the play, actually. That's one way to get some of the threat off of you.
And comes the ult. Hoya's found an angle behind. Charging on forwards. The unstoppable force is very deadly indeed. They kill off the Varus on the other side. 1xN healing up a fair amount. Will finally go down, but tries to take Xiaofang with it. Can't quite do it. 1-for-1 in the AD carries.
Oh, but LNG managed to get out, and Xiaofang is still alive. If you can find anything to hit, he's looking to see if Krugs are there. No, they're not there, so I'll have to stick around on low HP. TT leaving their AD carry out to dry. The peel has not been good for 1xN, but they have got themselves an angle towards the dragon. It is a steal or bust.
Feather trying to body block over the wall, trying to find the smite angle and can't quite do it on the drive-by. Dragon secured by TT, and the 1-for-1 will go out as a wash.
LNG do not get the soul. TT have that soul now. 1xN will respawn. Again, I'm not that happy with how TT have been playing around their own Sivir. I think their logic has been, if we engage first, we can do the damage before they find the angle onto the backline. That's not really been true.
Clear build, not the most damage heavy, right? It's gone towards pure utility. Got an orb in inventory as well to try and help out.
That is unfair. If that is allowed in the game, I do not think that is a fair interaction. 1xn hanging over to his safe side of the lane. Haichao again just got his eyes onto him. It's all about diving onto that Sivir. Haichao has a flank. Can he get here in time though?
1xn coming on over. Indeed, Haichao's coming over. He might be a little bit too late. Joy's in danger. Has put a stopwatch down, trying to find an angle. He's going to get into the fortunate range of setup. Picked up by 1xn. GA procced onto Aki, but that's not the value target of, say, 1xn. Public execution. Aki in danger, being run out by the two solo laners. They've got the GA on the other side of the decimated Flash will come on down and make that a significantly less even trade. Setup trades out there 1-for-1 with LP. Ends up being a 3-for-2.
3-for-2, but the Sivir is alive with Flash, and your engage onto them is gone. Sivir actually has a free play. Here comes the Scion again.
Choo-choo, Onslaught comes on forwards. Roar of the Slayer on the Raptor means Haichao's in danger, spotted out by the far side alteration. Where do you go? The cooldown at this point, not that long, and things like between or across the veil. Forced to flash. Going to be in danger. Flash from Feather as he tries to get the pulverize angle and doesn't. There's going to be a Blasco. 1xn is waiting. Here we go. Boomerang Blade comes across. Where's he across the veil? Surely going to come up at some point, but it does not. And 1xn brings down the bunny. Not the cleanest chase of all time.
Haichao will be dead for a full minute. He will be up for the dragon, but it's going to be a Baron started by TT. They'll have regen respawn coming through. 1xn will have the damage to kill the Baron, but Zucker's coming over to try and stop him. Ult in 5 seconds.
Behind. Needs to be wary here. As Zucker can look for this Jaw also coming on up. They don't know he's there quite yet. Redemp's coming on forward. The headbutt away. Buy some time. Hoya now here, looking to body block. On the hunt comes on forward. Flashed away. Jaw still going to get that pop blossom. Trying to stay alive as 1xn. Will stay alive for a little while longer. Still healing. Still alive. Murders 2.
2 down, Haichao still dead, and they can go back to the Baron. 1xn will use that Vamp Scepter and his 4.5 item Sivir to finally get the game-winning play. Every flash on Sivir has to count, and that one certainly did. LP, it's an arrow or nothing.
There's a smite still in Feather's inventory of all people. Chains of Corruption will bring Setab off the wall. Won't quite die, though, and credit there to Feather as well. Really good fight, the bot lane duo. Managing to use every tool in the arsenal to keep that Sivir alive as everyone was jumping for the heads. Turning back towards the dragon. Xiaofang is up. You are down Zucker. You are down Jaw for at least a couple more seconds. Hex Gates will help, but I think it's just going to be Soul. Hextech Soul as well to Thunder Talk Gaming.
Yeah, just another confirmation, folks. Apparently, the side ult completely interacted. It's just dumb as hell, and I shouldn't be in the game. Just the way that it is. I know that I keep going back to it, but get something done.
Look for it wherever he can. Haichao. He is down that lane, not spotted as yet. Thunder Talk, remember 1xn's got a GA now. Surely Soul to get that. Haichao being collapsed onto. On the hunt is going down. Between worlds is there, and 1xn just stands and delivers. He murders them all. Now the turnaround comes on through. Tries to pop Blossom to buy some time to the job, but it will not do so as LP going to get hit by the Redemption. And unfortunately for him, that means he burns. Zucker being traded out by Setup will get nowhere as the Rhyalize Slow is making his life utterly miserable.
The Hextech Lightning brings the Chillin back down to earth. A Lightning Rod. As they cannot finish off the Sivir, they lose game 1.
Now locked in to join in with the Paranoia. The engage and pick is looking pretty nasty from TT here.
It is.
Assuming they can make their ultimate kill someone.
They don't have that much
5 minutes, people do switch for lane priority, picking up waves. Tibbers just drops in mid lane there by Setup to try and force a bit of priority and allow TT to potentially fight over this dragon. Setup with the stun charge. In danger though, gets jumped out, gets a stun back and manages to walk away. Haichao looking for the shuffle back. It's onto Tibbers and Setup. We need to start running away. What's happening in the river? Hoya's now come on down. Has TP'd in, gets a knock up onto the Brawl. Looking for some value. Call of the Forge God coming on down. And Setup got the stun charge, goes down to the soldiers. Big knock up though on the other side as LP goes down to 1-for-1 as it stands. And the dragon stays standing.
Well played there by Hoya to make sure the shield was down before
Aatrox
as well. There's a whole lot of Umbra. They like the darkness word.
It's a good one, to be fair. Now, all the while, of course, worth noting that 1xn didn't turn up for that fight, was just laning against the Rumble, ends up about 10 CS, maybe even more
position with that draft. 1xn, I think it's an easier draft in some ways than the last one. Sivir into Jarvan with an Aurora is pretty nasty. Hang on, there might be a pick over the wall. Here comes the file.
Baby. In they go, flashing forward, Setup flashing away himself, stays alive. Now they're turning it around with the Paranoia. Glacier Fisher over the wall, bought some time, but there is Feather as well, looking to get some value onto that Rumble, who has rumbled in the jungle too hard and goes down.
Nocturne gets the pick onto the flashless. Now, Hoya's dropped the top wave 4. This dragon's going down. Hoya could teleport back up towards top lane. He's going to walk his way up there too. Has the Kanik Rooken. He has that first item. Little worried that he's left a bit early now, though. The Ornn isn't here.
TP right back where they came from. Ornn also TPing in. Feather potentially in danger, but gets the battle down to a hit by the Glacial Fissure. But now in comes the Ornn Horn. Aki gets to go on forwards and they blow up LP. The flash blown earlier is hyper valuable and Thunder Talk pounce. the lightning strikes twice for a double kill.
Draw is not doing enough with this shield to block the Braum ultimate. It's going to be 2 kills to the side of TT. Feather's going in for another knockup. I'm not sure there's not a follow-up beyond that, and indeed there won't be. It will be Dragon to TT, 2 kills. I haven't watched it for a while. I watched the autopsy of Jane Doe again yesterday, and it was, yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It's, okay, I have to say, less good on the second watch than the first one when I knew the twists and stuff. Feather's caught alone, and so I don't really want to pick him off, though. How's going to be summoned to the top side? Haichao's going to quickly drive that into the turret. And they'll get themselves first turret of the game, and feats of strength now going to be down to the next objective.
That will be interesting, actually.
And
of course,
they'll get something out of it. Not they were really looking for, but they'll take it, I guess, given everything.
it's a minute and a half until next Dragon, so I think
be up
it'll
anyway.
probably be up in time anyway. It's level 11.
And also, because that ultimate's going top side, LNG weren't sending anyone bot side to deal with the push. Hoya gets 8 out
Like we're
to
going
turret.
to have any contest. Sharpang over on his Grom, saying, look, we're giving this one up. Get some sharp, we'll play to scale. And in fairness, they've got that option if they have to.
Goes through vision to get here.
Boy.
TT, look, this is still throwable. They are only 1,500
Keeping
gold ahead. Teleports come in. That's not
They
going to
don't
fall
know.
low. LNG, do they? No, there is 5 members. This is under half HP. TT could potentially rush this now.
The Feather pull now coming down to 3k. Can they find a way on in? Where, oh, where is the jungler? Down to 2. Taken. Nice pull back on the Feathers. Now looking for another engage. Zucker can potentially find a good equalizer. Sets up with the stun on 2. In they go with the paranoia. Still trying to get the kill. Does get LP. Aki might well be trained, but another stun comes on down and prevents the follow. The soldiers slide away, but to what avail? LNG, though, begin to turn it around as Haichao and the Flame Spitter come on through. Haichao still doing some work. Maybe needs to put some more soldiers down.
1xn.
Just got to do it because 1xn murders more.
They don't get the pick onto the Xayah, and Xayah cleans up. 4 for 2 in the fight. Atakan and LNG playing the game without vision and without knowledge of that Atakan. The objective goes down. They can't contest. It'll be a mid-turret as well. This game just fell off the cliff's edge for LNG.
Besides, I think this time around for the Conqueror and getting a lot of value as extended fights is required.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Conqueror's still good, right? Because you get a ton of attack speed from your W anyway, so it's like, well, I'll just get the better stats and tend to give you pseudo life. Still Paranoid pulled again, going on to the flashless fight.
Oh, baby. And the unspeakable horror comes on down. The battle dance, the grand entrance, the quickness. The combo comes on through. Setup was jumped on, but the Ornhorn is here. And unfortunately, this brass band is playing you out at your funeral. Nice kill and a double for 1xn.
Yeah, the soldiers just there as a funerary procession for the Emperor of Shurima. Rumble will get a turret on the bot side of the map. It is technically a trade, but they are still down a little under 3,000 gold. Inner turret will get taken as well to put them back over that 3k mark. Orn items are coming in. 1xn had that upgraded Essence Reaver for that fight. 5-0-2 on the Xayah. And LNG
Stack Conqueror.
You're going to have even more AD. They're trying to catch up Hoya. He has ult.
Don't know about this one.
Yeah, me neither, buddy.
Paranoia now coming. Where are they looking? Potentially a Zucker. Sundis comes on forward. It's very deep now from Aki. Backs away. Knocked up. Cease Desist comes on through. That time the shield prevents the Ornhorn. Damage might be a bit far.
Oh, the stun!
Trying to do it. But look at Xayah doing some work. The stun was good. 1 for 2 right now. Top and jungle in danger. There's potentially some value coming on through. They lose Aki. They lose Feather. But at least kill off Haichao. Messy from Thunder Talk.
It's still a good fight from LNG for sure, but the stun from Setup stops it from being any
Common
worse
concept
within League. If the enemy team has been playing around one side of the map, they will leave wards. You know that Haichao just pushed out top lane. They're going for the engage.
Oh, here we go. Paranoia's down. Doesn't get that much value till quite yet, but the fear's still there. Flash over for the stun. Setup again. The Azir is confounded and taken out. This Xayah is ungodly fed.
I mean, you don't normally see a DPS check on a tower, but 1xn just took that tower in a single wave by pressing W. Like, watch, he'll do the same here. Look at this. This is insane. 3 grubs, a bunch of AD extra from the Masterwork item. They are not prepared for the amount of big structure damage that Xayah's doing here.
LP finally resets alongside Sharp, and they won't quite get the inhibitor. A little wary of a potential collapse, and I think that's probably fair. Level 16 now for 1xn, so that Feather Storm going to be an increasingly reliable cooldown.
I love the Molten Shield going on to 1xn there too, giving him a little bit of extra movement speed. You don't often expect that from the Annie, but if Rakan goes forward, activates Xayah's W, and then you get the Molten Shield and the Ghost. This is like a Peregrine Falcon of Xayah's.
She's real quick, and just a little bit of extra defense. It's no bad thing at all. Setup just get caught briefly there. Not really all that much. Hoya also at this point very tanky. A lot of the pen items just haven't been able to be bought. You've got a Black Cleaver and a Bloodthirster, or Bloodletter.
All in all, teleport in, trying to fight around the dragon right now. I just don't see how LNG have the damage, and TT could actually just leave this and take an inhibitor if they really wanted to.
Don't need it. Hoya's going to pick up that turret, still has the TP, and remember, with the Ornn coming from an unusual angle, the Ornhorns, the Call of the Forge God, could well be there to melt LNG down into their constituent parts.
See how strong the anvil of TT is.
The triple knockup afterwards. You can do no wrong. There's the Forge God coming on in. And unfortunately, they are smoked, delivered into the waiting arms of hell.
Smelted and quenched. LNG have been sent back to the slag heap. TT crushed through the fight, and Hoya, I think he's looking at a double back-to-back, a double MVP game back-to-back, and TT starting off this split 2-1. A good start to split 3 of LPL. Very confident team fighting from Thunder Talk.
That is nuts. I mean, it's very hard to talk about anything else here, because Thunder Talk, again, the first game was a little bit closer. It was a harder game to play out from the draft. This one, the composition, we said we liked how thematically in sync it all was. The side of LNG.